I am joined by two other awesome individuals. John, who's over in some part of the UK. We don't really mention the name of where he actually is. It's Manchester. Manchester in the UK, and Vincenzo. Vincenzo, where are you right now?
Rome.
Rome. He's over in Rome. It must be hot and sweaty over there, mate.
Oh my God, so much.
So sweaty. So, guys, I'm excited about this because this is actually the first time we've ever done some sort of ManyChat messenger bot training, and we have the expert. This is the guy who I always go to Vincenzo, anything business page ad related. The first person I ever think of is Vincenzo. I'm like, right, he knows. So when it comes to messenger bot's like a whole of a platform in a way, because it's a different website you kind of do it all through. So first person when it comes to messenger bot I think of is John, this guy, and I wanted to kind of come on here to really kind of set the scene for this guy and what he's done and been able to help me with. So first and foremost, if you ever comment on a post of mine in a business page and you get those annoying messages that say, hey, you haven't bought the book, buy it now, understand that was not John's doing, right? So John is a pro, and he doesn't do annoying marketing or annoying messaging. He does the legit ones. The reason why the number of messages that I send on through the messenger bot is reduced is because John is helping me level up and be a pro. So everything that I have succeeded with when it comes to messenger bots has been because of the consulting that John's helped me with, the advice John's given, the flows John's created, all the great things in between. I have a lot to give to John to say thank you for all of that. He is by far the number one expert for messenger marketing when it comes to the network marketing, space. And to be honest with you, there are only a handful of people who are at his level when it comes to the messenger marketing world as a whole. He's even got a T-shirt that's wearing the ManyChat logo, and I mean that's just flipping cool, mate. I like it, and I'd like to see the ManyChat sticker in the background of your garden office at some point in the future as well. I know you're going to love that. So he's helped me massively. He's helped many people all over the world. The systems and the processes that he's been able to create is now being implemented in some companies in the network marketing space and a lot of major teams. He's highly sought after. We are so fortunate to be able to be doing this 5-day messenger bootcamp with him. I want to make sure that you appreciate a number of things. Number one, the value of a pen and a piece of paper, right? Take notes. But John is a very action-orientated trainer, so there's going to be a lot of stuff where might get a little bit technical. He might be sharing some stuff. So the second thing I want you to understand is value the replay. Watch on live. We're going to go every single day, 5 p.m. UK time, every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And just appreciate that there's a recording available. You might need to watch some of this back a few times to really understand it. But once you have this skill can be transferred into any business, any network marketing, traditional business, any business that you do when you truly understand the power of it. So I want to say a massive thank you for Vincenzo for joining us on here, for John for joining us on here, and for all of you guys who are paying attention to this. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to grab my piece of paper and a pen, and I'm going to pass it over to John Preston all the way over in Manchester. Manchester. How you doing, buddy?
Superb. Thank you very much. There was almost a couple of compliments in there.
It's almost impossible for me, mate. You know, it's very, very hard for me to edify.
Every time we get together on one of these things, it's generally just abuse backwards and forwards. But always abuse. It'd be weird if it started off nice, to be honest. So
one day, maybe tomorrow.
So yeah, so I'm so pleased to be able to come here and do this for you guys this week. As Fraser has said, this is not going to be a whole week of me just going on and talking and technical. This is all about you implementing this. So I've structured the week so that we're going to start with the basics, right from setting up, getting your page right, getting the page set up properly, understanding how not to get into trouble, how to connect ManyChat, walking around the back end of that. But it's all going to be there. And each day, because it's your week, there's going to be a chance for you to do a bit of a ask me anything. If we're going to cover it in the next day or so, then we'll put it off till then. But this is your week. Make sure you ask those questions as we're going through, and then go back and implement what we've done. So what I'm going to do today is just a really quick presentation to talk about why Messenger should be absolutely forefront when it comes to your marketing toolbox for this year. Network marketing is just exploding, but the benefit of using these systems would just take it to the next level. And to put it in some sort of context, this is all I and my business specialize in. And we do this very specifically with 6, 7, 8-figure earners and at company level, implementing some huge systems of messenger marketing for people that understand how powerful this is. So the people that are really successful are there because they've got systems and processes in place. And you speak to any of the big leaders within network marketing, and it's all about that. So let's, without further ado, get on to the very quick presentation. It's only a few slides. Any questions you've got, I'm trying to watch it on a screen down here, so it might be slightly delayed, but I'll try and answer any questions as we go through. So I'm going to share my desktop first of all on the presentation. Let's see if we can get to it. I'll just make sure it pops up on my screen.
That's a sexy slide, John.
That is, I mean, all the slides are sexy, to be fair. So the 5-day Messenger Bot Bootcamp. Some of you may have seen me do this before, but it's important. The way that people connect with businesses always mirrors the way that people connect with each other. And I'll come back to exactly what I mean by that in just a couple of minutes. Now, this is to the end of 2019. The number of monthly active Facebook users to the end of last year, and that comes in at about I think it's about 2.36 billion monthly active users. So lots of people. And this, when we talk about Facebook users, this is the Facebook wall itself. So where you see people posting pictures of the lunch and going to the gym and really bad haircuts. Not me, being the same all the way through this lockdown. This is the number of mobile phone messaging app users. And this is Facebook Messenger. This is WhatsApp. This is Instagram Direct. This is maybe WeChat. At the end of 2019, that was sitting at that 2.18 billion monthly active users. So still an awful lot of people. Now look at what's happened, what we're predicting for 2020. So for this year, we thought it was going to go to 2.34 billion monthly active users. And actually, that was going to mean that there were going to be, for the first time ever, more people using mobile messaging apps than there were the Facebook wall and platform itself, for the first time ever. Now, with COVID-19, what's actually happened is that just WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger alone have totally exploded. And they're probably at around 2.9 billion, just those two, before we even start talking about Instagram Direct. What's Facebook's vision for these platforms? And these are the Facebook family of apps. So you'll have Facebook Messenger, Instagram Direct, and WhatsApp. And when you open all of these apps up, you'll see that they say Instagram by Facebook, WhatsApp by Facebook. It doesn't say Facebook by Facebook because it's Facebook. But what they're going to be doing is putting all of them together. It's going to be one monster platform. Now, if you've ever had dealings with the Chinese market, and they have WeChat, and WeChat is the Chinese version of Facebook. So they have, but it's everything. It's business to business. It's person to person. It's business to people. It's payments. It's emails. It's contracts. It's everything. And that's where Facebook's going. That's where Facebook is taking this. and they want to be the WeChat of everywhere outside of China. They're already building their own blockchain. So if you're taking payments across different countries, it will be totally frictionless. And you might be thinking, oh, well, you know, that sounds nice, but when's this going to happen? Sounds amazing, but when will they actually put this into place? Now, I can see from a developer's point of view that there are things that they are doing which are working towards that. And this is how you can go and buy a course on messenger marketing, but this is how up to date this is. This week, 99% of you will have seen this. But Instagram Direct is now putting Messenger together with Instagram. So it's happening. That is not something that might happen in a year's time. It's starting to happen now. And I can tell you that us marketers, we've been waiting a very long time for this to happen. And especially when WhatsApp comes into it. So big, big things are happening. And here we are. The way that people connect with businesses always mirrors the way that people connect with each other. So think back to when email marketing was first born. And, you know, people were emailing each other. Businesses were emailing each other internally. They were perhaps emailing customers with order confirmations or something like that. But then marketers got hold of it. And email marketing was born. And it was incredibly successful. I mean, I've never been a big email marketer. I mean, Vincenzo, Fraser, you do loads of email marketing. I mean, what were when you first got into this, what were the kind of open rates and click-throughs you were seeing when you first started email marketing?
Email marketing, so I would say if I got 15% open rate, I was celebrating. If I got 1% click-through rate, I would get a megaphone on the balcony and shout out to the whole of the clone that I've just hit 1% click-through rate. Yeah. It was like, seriously though, like it was a big achievement to get those numbers.
Yeah. So email marketing now, if you've got a really super engaged email list, and if you have 15 to 20% of those email lists that opened your emails regularly, you would be winning. That would be an awesome open rate. Of those people that opened, if 20% of the people clicked through and took the action that you wanted to in that email, that would be insane. Now, messenger marketing, because everybody's got it, everybody's got that, you know, the apps on the phone, the messenger marketing open rates are probably more like 100%, 99%. Click-through rates, anywhere, depending on the message, between 60 and 100%. If you imagine you've got an email list of 20,000 people and every single one of them opened every single message and 80% of them clicked through to everything that you were offering, you would be able to retire fast. So this year, 2020, messenger marketing and chatbots are your secret weapon. It's not secret because I'm telling you about it, but it's so super effective. You really, really got to be doing it. But you're here, so you know that. The benefits of automation. Now, I have been working within the network marketing space for some time now, and something I see all the time is I got into network marketing for time freedom, and then people are working 18 hours a day grinding away for time freedom. That doesn't make any sense. So if you are able to automate your process, if you're able to put systems in place which do some of the spade work for you, do some of the heavy lifting, then you're able to scale your business. So just think, if you've got 20 people in your team now, but those 20 people are taking up literally all of your time because you're trying to handhold them and get them on board and get them to take action or train them, how could you possibly take another 100 people on? And that's where automation really sells itself. So that's the end of the presentation. practically today, the sort of things we're going to go through are just the basics of setting up. So this week, I'll just explain where we're going with it. This week, we're going to go through absolutely everything to have you up and running and running messenger marketing systems on your own business page. Today, we're going to talk about your Facebook page, making sure it's set up properly and correctly. We're going to connect ManyChat to it, and then we're going to have a walk, just a walkthrough of the exactly what goes on the dashboard of ManyChat and talk around that. Tomorrow, we're going to start building out flows, and this week, we're going to build out several different examples for you, so you can see the sort of things that perhaps I'm doing with customers already that work really well, and you can implement those for your business really simply. So let's head over, and I'm going to share my screen over on Facebook, a Facebook business page, which I've just created today. So it's a brand new page, and I'll show you everything that you need to do to start getting that connected. If you've got any questions as we go through, make sure you ask them. Right, are we ready? And by all means, have your Facebook page open now, and you can do this as we're actually working through it. Ready? Right, let's get set up. So here we are over on Facebook. So this is your Facebook business page. If you're not sure, yes, a baby page, as we're now going to call it. So if you're not sure how to set a page up, this is the new version. So I really wouldn't advise doing this on your phone, no. It's up here on the right, on the top. It might be behind my face at the moment, but there's a plus next to my name, and you can add a new page there. On the old version, it was kind of a wheel, a cog. First thing we're going to do is the button, the call to action button on your page. So at the moment, it just says add a button. If you don't have a page, you go back afterwards and set one up. You'll see just at the top of your page, if you're on the new Facebook, it's got a plus just next to your name. Hit that, and then it can be create a page. It does have to be a business page. If you're going to be taking your business seriously, it doesn't mean that you've got to do everything through a business page, but any automations, any ads, any audiences must go through a Facebook business page. It doesn't cost you anything, so just go and get one set up. So we're going to create this new page. If I just click that now, you've got where are we? I think you do it from there. It's just hit the plus and then add a page. But this is the new page that I've just done. So you put a page name in, you put your put a tagline in for it if you want. So just call it Message Bootcamp, profile picture, and sexy header. So add a button. All I'm going to do is click add a button, and I'm going to put receive messages in your page inbox. And that's all I've got to do for it. Now that is going to go to your welcome message within ManyChat. So we'll get to that. But if you're going to want to know what it does, it goes to a welcome message, which is quite generic, but we will cover that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is head over to your page settings, because if we don't get this right, what's going to happen is Facebook builds in some automations in there already. Now, if you connect ManyChat, what you're going to have is Facebook automations and ManyChat automations, and it's just going to be a big hot mess, and it's going to be confusing, and you don't want that. How to work with two different languages. Do you need 2 pages? No, you don't, but we'll go into that when we're actually building some flows. Although you could have 2 pages if you wanted to. So we're going to head over to settings. So you can see here, settings is over on the other side of the page, down at the bottom. So let's have a look in page settings. And again, this is the new version. So we're going to look at, first of all, advanced messaging. So if I click onto advanced messaging, there's only one thing that you've got to do on here really, is I'm going to scroll down, and it's this here. And this is really quite important, that it says one-time notifications. I'm going to hit request. and confirm. And that's all I need to do. You'll see that there's a green tick next to it. It's done. I'm going to come on to what one-time notifications are again in a second, because it's really quite important. The next thing I'm going to do is, we're in advanced messaging there. We're going to head up to messaging. We're best to do this on Facebook app or Safari. I'm doing this on Chrome, but you could do it on Safari. I always do stuff with pages and bots on desktop, not in any apps, because you could do it, but it's really difficult. You could do it on an iPad. An iPad does work, but it's not ideal. If it's blurry, I think it's probably your settings. I mean, I'm actually watching it on a different device here, and it looks fine. It's pretty clear on mine. So we're going to head into messaging on settings, and this is where you do need to do a little bit more. So I did actually spot on the one of the Ninja groups that there was, if I go to a Facebook business page, sometimes it will pop up with this is actually the full screen. This is what the full screen looks like. It will pop up with the page will actually prompt you to start messaging it, and that is here. Show a greeting, so you can turn that on. And then we're going to. That's about it in there. The other thing we need to do is go to automated responses, and this is where people start getting into a bit of trouble, where it starts. So just waiting for that to open. It's a bit of a go slow, just refresh it. Right. So yeah, I appreciate it. It might be a little bit small. But you can see here, what we've got is frequently asked questions. You really go and turn these off, and also turn reminders off. So basically on this whole section, just turn everything off. Okay. So that's all you need to do within the settings of Facebook. If we go back to the page itself, the other thing that is really important to keep an eye on, and this is where, how do I know if my page is getting into trouble with Messenger? And that is insights, so page insights. And that is Facebook reporting back to you about your page quality, and if people are complaining about your messages that are being sent out. So you could send out messages which are all completely legitimate, but if it's spammy or people are blocking you all the time, then you're going to get your page shut down from Messenger. So click on messages, so insights and messages, and we can see here your block rate, new reported connections, and new blocked connections. Those are the numbers you want to keep an eye on, and if it starts going over 2% for this, then you really need to have a look at what you're doing and the messages you're sending out. So, okay. Are there any questions before I just run through why one-time notifications are important, and we move on to ManyChat. So just to recap on the Facebook page setup, so you will set your page up, you will go to advanced messaging, request one-time notifications, then go to messaging, go to your if you see on there, there's the automations, just a small little line in blue. Click on that and turn everything off. Yeah, you have to have a Facebook business page. It's absolutely vital. If you're going to start bringing in systems and ads and audiences and bots, it's got to be through a Facebook page. You will be able to do certain things, bring people, this is your sales funnel. You'll be able to bring people in from your personal profile and from pretty much anywhere online if you want to. So don't worry that you're not about to start doing everything on your Facebook business page. Now let's talk about one-time notifications, or to be more precise, the 24-hour rule. Now, Facebook have put in place a rule with regards to Messenger, and that is that you just can't send a message to all of your subscribers anytime you want. They have something called a 24-hour rule. And what that means is from the time that somebody engages with your bot, presses a button, clicks a link, clicks a quick reply, you've got 24 hours where you can message them. So it's really important we build in things which allow you to come back to them in the future. Is there a difference with a Facebook page and a business FB page? No, same thing. Yeah, creating a page is a business page as opposed to a personal profile. So I will delve deeper into how we get people to re-engage. I don't know, is everybody having issues with the screen? I can see it perfectly on mine, so I don't know. Fraser, can you see it? Okay.
I can see Yumi and Vincenzo on my end.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching on an iPad on just over here, and it's really clear. So, yeah.
Before it was clear, yeah. I was following, yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll have to go back and have a look on a different device, and you can pause it and go back into it. But we're going to head over to ManyChat now, and actually I'm going to show you how we connect a page to ManyChat. So if you're watching on a phone, yeah, it'll definitely be small. Right. So here we are now in ManyChat. I'm just waiting for that to appear. And this is one of our live accounts, but I'm going to show you how to connect a page. Can everyone see ManyChat? Just give us some thumbs up or abuse or anything like.
Yes.
Yeah, can see it. Right. So I'm going to show you how we connect a page to this. So I have your experience will be slightly different because I'm an admin on quite a few pages, as you can see here. Scroll down here. I'm going to create a new account. And it's just thinking about that. Now, if you've got an account before, you can just click on here and I can just find the page we've created. And there we are, Messenger Bootcamp, and hit connect. If you're brand new to this, it will ask you a couple of other questions. It is purely for their market research. You can answer anything you like to those questions and it won't make the slightest bit of difference. You can put that you've got 10,000 employees and you're head of a multinational organization, or you can say that you've smuggled a phone into prison and you're doing it from there. It doesn't matter at all what you answer. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference to how it runs. So I can put this a testing account. I'm going to be using Facebook Messenger, or I don't know yet. Anything we like. And that's it. Here we go. So this is a brand new account within Facebook, within ManyChat, sorry. So are people doing this? Have people managed to connect? Because I'm going to have a run through. I might actually show you on a different account You're already connected? Right, let's have a run through then. Let's have a run through what's happening within ManyChat. Now, ManyChat has changed quite a lot over the last 6 months. And we're really looking at what's called omni-channel marketing. So it's not just Facebook Messenger. When Instagram Direct and WhatsApp come into this, no, it's a web page, Alison. So if you look on the group, there's a link through to ManyChat. It's Superstar Bots, get ManyChat here. Just go ahead and go through that after we've done it, and you'll be able to just sign up and get your account. You'll be fine on a free account for now. I think it offers you a free trial when you go through that, but I've not done it myself. So you could sign up for a free trial, but it's about $10 for a month. So this is the dashboard that you'll first get to, and these we've got Facebook Messenger set up at the moment. We can set up SMS on this, and we can set up email. So we've got other ways outside of Messenger that are not subject to Facebook's rules and regulations. So we have the number of active subscribers, and we can select a date range. It's a brand new page. We haven't got any subscribers. A subscriber is somebody who's engaged with your Messenger bot. You'll find out language, gender, so you can get a bit of information about who your subscribers are. The last flows, the last stuff you're working on, basically. So it's a bit of just an overall. If I show you just in another tab what it looks like with regards to an audience, because there's no data in this, so I can show you a little bit more. And let's pick one of our more recent ones. So this is an account which is one of our accounts that we run for a client. So if we look in here, we've got audience, and we can see all the different subscribers when they came into the system. We can see various tags that I've added to people. You can segment them. So these, if there's a part of the audience who I want to be able to get to quickly, I can find them. You can search by just specific names. You can see how they've opted in. You can see what sequences are in. So loads of information there. Growth tools. I'll come back to growth tools in a little bit, but these are the ways we get people into Messenger. So when Fraser talked before about, oh, maybe you commented on one of my posts and the Messenger bots just got straight in touch with me, then growth tools live in there. What type of Facebook page should you create? Entirely up to you. The ones I've been done for network marketing, I tend to go with stuff like entrepreneur or something like that. But again, doesn't make a huge amount of difference with what type of page. You don't need to overthink it, really. Live chat is essentially your Facebook page inbox replicated in here. With regards to Facebook rules, you can message anyone you like at any time through your Facebook page inbox. If it's through an app like this, then I could type a message to someone individually. I've got 7 days to do that. If it's an automation, 24-hour rule. We've got 24 hours that an app has to re-engage somebody. Broadcasting, I'm going to come back to broadcasting later on because that, again, we need to make sure that we're sticking to the rules on that one. Automation is where we're going to be spending most of our time this week, where we start creating flows. So in here we have flows, and you see I've got folders that I've put together. We can create new folders, but all sorts of different flows. And flows are one message, next message, next message. Sequences are sets of flows, one after another. Again, we're going to do a sequence later on. You don't need to worry too much about that. But this is where flows live. Keywords. So if somebody types a certain word, we can send a certain response, and that could be if it is a certain word or if it contains a certain word. So really pretty cool. Sequences, those are a collection of flows. Again, I will come. I'm going to be going into a lot more detail. One of the actual days, we're going to create flows and sequences, put them all together, you'll know exactly what it is. Rules, if somebody does this, if a tag is put in place, or if somebody subscribes, do this for the entire system. So we can get really clever with stuff like that. Ads we'll come back to. Vincenzo's going to be, we're going to do a whole day later in the week, some really advanced stuff. We're talking about ads. This is why you need a Facebook page. You cannot do ads without one. And then we've got settings. And again, some of this is a little bit technical. So we're not going to go into vast amounts of detail onto it, but this is your greeting text. So fill something out with this. It shouldn't be, I mean, I'm watching it and I've got an absolute full screen on it. So I'm not entirely sure how to change your settings for it. Greeting text, make sure you put a greeting text in there. There's some of the growth tools that will go to what's called a get started page, and you need to tell people what to do. So have a greeting text in there. Live chat, a little bit of the behavior in there. Do you want to show who, if there's several members of your team using it, putting it in there. Growth tools, you don't need to worry too much about that. Notifications. If I enlarge the screen, then I'll lose a lot of the all this side, so I won't be able to do that. Email for notifications. How often do you want notifications? Notify you on Messenger when something is assigned to you. Guys, you can go into ManyChat and have a look at this yourself. Yeah, the whole point is that you go in and look at this. Yeah, so as we're going through it, you can have the audio on and you can actually go and have a look around these pages yourself and have a look at them. Notify admins action. Make sure notify me on Messenger is clicked and how you want to be notified. Custom fields, I'll go into what those are later in the week. Again, these are really, really important. Custom fields you will only get with a pro account. So custom fields, we can take people's data and we can send it out, or we can repeat it back to them, which can be really, really clever. One-time notification topics. So again, when we start using those, you'll be able to see it. Tags, so we can add various tags in here. So as you can see in this bot, actually Fraser's done a boot camp for me. So I can, if somebody's watched a certain video, I've added a tag to them. So those are where tags can be put in. Users, if you want to add a user to your account. Payments, do you want to take payments within your bot? You can actually get people to buy products or whatever right there in the system. Connect Stripe, connect PayPal. What currency do you want? Loads of stuff. Integrations. This is, again, we can get really, really smart with this. Do we want to send data off to Google Sheets? Do you want to connect ActiveCampaign or MailChimp? They don't need to opt in twice. Yeah, you could, so for example, if you have a lead magnet or if you've got something to give away, what's your email address? You could send people, you could put them directly into your MailChimp account. They don't need to go there and sign in again. What's your email? As soon as you've got it, they're straight into your mailing list as well. So now you've not done anything extra, but you've automated that process. Yeah, you've not had to do anything, but now they're in the mailing list as well, and you're marketing on a couple of platforms. It's a lot of information. We're just going through the back end of ManyChat. I don't expect you to understand all of these. When we actually start building things out, so when we start building tomorrow, then you will you'll actually understand how we use some of these things. You don't need to know, just get in there and explore it really. That's all you need to do today. Messenger, right. Here's some stuff that you can actually start doing. So if you're following along with this, then go into settings and go and click on Messenger. There are three things in this. We've got a default reply, and a default reply is if somebody just types a message, It can be the ones, sorry, Juanita's saying, can it be MailChimp or Aweber? It could be any mailing list you like, but ones which have got integrations already in the back end of ManyChat are MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. But yet, pretty much you can export emails and everything to any way you like. Quite often people use things like Zapier. Right, so we're in settings, we're in Messenger. Default reply. If somebody types something which is not part of your automation, they will get the default reply. So if we go and edit this, at the moment it says, I'll zoom in for this one. We've got various things. We can actually edit this flow and change to something else. So I'm going to actually go in our demo account so I can start changing things on this. So let's go here. So this is what it says at the moment. It's enabled and it fires once every 24 hours. You can have it to fire every time if you want, but that can get a bit annoying. If I wanted to edit this, I'd click on edit flow and I can actually just tap on there and change any of this text. Yes, you can. So what, each time, Flavia's saying, can you just manually type a default reply? The point is it's automated. So you don't want to manually type a reply each time. You want, I mean, you can turn it off so that if somebody types something, then you go and answer it, definitely. And that would just be disabled up at the top there. Frank, again, I'm really just trying to show you all the back end of it. You don't need to understand all of this today. I'm really going through where things are. And then when we build out on day 2, 3, 4, actually building flows and sequences out, we're going to all do this together and it will be simple steps. There's just quite a lot of information here for you to have a run through. All I want you to do is understand where things are. Go in, go play around with them. You shouldn't be able to break anything. So just go and check all these bits and pieces out, really. So we've got a default reply in there. We've got a welcome message. Remember we talked about connecting your Facebook page. Now this is the message that people would get if they click on the send a message button on your Facebook page. So we can just type anything we like in here. You just tap on it. And it's as simple as that. And again, you can have it enabled, disabled, anything you like. Yeah, really, really, guys, don't worry. This is just a ton of information. Over the space of this week, we're going to build 3 different bots for you. So we're going to do a product one. We're going to do a prospecting one for the business, and we're going to do a team onboarding one. And when we build all these out, you'll actually see where all this stuff is. So if you're anything like me, I'd be sitting there going, wow, this is a load of information. Really, don't worry about it. You won't use the vast majority of this stuff, but I just want to show you where it all is. Yeah, so you can go in there and play around with it and explore all the different tabs and bits and pieces. And then tomorrow, we're actually going to start building sequences and flows and putting it together. But we'll do it really baby steps. Main menu. The main menu is a permanent menu. This always sits here. So, you know, somebody asked before, can I link out my website? You know, so you've got your company replicated website maybe. You could, if we edit this main menu, and I can add a menu item, and let's say, I'm going to call it website. I could add an emoji next to it if I want. So there you go, there's a website when we do. And we're going to open a website and let's send it to I can send it to there. And done. You see, that's what that actually looks like on a phone, and that's there kind of permanently. So you just update it, and job done. Yeah, it is. It's really, really, really crazy powerful stuff. Alison's taking action already. Amazing. So those are the things there. We're gonna keep plowing through it. SMS, text messaging. I'm going to show you how to connect this. Now, decide whether you want to do this or not. You can not only use Messenger, but you can send a text message to people. Yeah? So I'll show you how to connect it. You don't need to do this, but when you connect it, you can pick one country. Yeah? So pick the country where most of your audience is going to be. So for me, it's the UK, and select it. And you'll see here, there is a price per SMS. It doesn't cost anything for people to send you text messages, reply to yours, but it will cost you 5 cents to send a text. So we're not going to be messaging thousands of people. If we're in the US, much cheaper, but it's got to be a pro account for that. So I've not made this a pro account as yet. Same with email. You can enable it, set up your contact information, and then you can actually send emails at a fraction of that cost. I think it's 0.03 or 0.003 cents or something like that, where you can reconnect with people via email as well. So there's 3 different ways of engaging people on here. Billing, where you upgrade to a pro account. API, don't worry about that. Templates, again, we won't worry about that. Logs and the pixel. So, ton of information. Yeah. Do you have questions? I think at the end of each of these hours, I really want to just give you 10 minutes to do a bit of an Ask Me Anything. So what I want you to do, your homework for tomorrow is make sure you've got your Facebook business page set up. Connect ManyChat. If you want to, if it offers you a free trial, go for it, because there's loads of stuff that we can use over the next few days on your free trial with a pro account. But if not, it's just $10. Play around with it. Just go and click on all of the tabs and see where everything is. Watch this again. You don't need to understand it. Yes, it's all going to be here in the group. So this is streaming live in the group. It's not going to go away. You're going to be able to have this anytime you want. So you'll be able to go back and watch this. Just go in and play around with it. Tomorrow we're going to start building some flows out. We're going to start with products. So I might pick one of you to who's going to volunteer to not give me some of their products, but to use perhaps their replicated site as a bit of a demo on this one. Who's got products? First volunteer. Can people still join? I don't see why not. Obviously, they need to go back and watch this replay. Angela is the first one who's volunteered. So, Angela, if you just message me privately with your website, and we'll pick some of your products. But we're going to do this in a way that it's going to be suitable for everyone. What questions do you have so far? Literally anything with regards to page setup, Messenger. Right, so do we need to somehow bring our friends from our personal Facebook page to the business page? Yes, you will do. So there are lots of different ways that, because we're building a professional marketing funnel here. So as with any funnel, you need to bring people into it. But there are lots of ways that you can still do all of your prospecting on your Facebook personal page, in groups, on different people's pages, anything like. So there's lots of different ways that you can actually use this. It doesn't mean that you've got to do everything through your business page from now on. So there's loads of different ways, and we're going to get into lots of different ways you can bring people into Messenger over the next couple of days. Yeah, with the pro features, it'll be things like custom fields, the SMS. Okay, let's just run through this 24-hour rule again. So let me stop this share. The Facebook 24-hour rule and maybe I'm going to try and share with a whiteboard on this one, which could go badly wrong. So, right. So let's say this is our message block here, okay, and the 24-hour rule is, I just need to put a button underneath it. So, right. So let's say this is our message here. Okay, and we've got our text in here, and there's a button underneath it. Now, the 24-hour rule means that from the moment somebody engages with your bot, and that means pressing this button, yeah? So they've got to press this, and then there has to be another message response. Yeah, that is an engagement, and that engagement can be by a button, then typing text, typing and messaging you, or it can be from a link that we create in one of the growth tools. That's an engagement, and you've got 24 hours in the way of flows and sequences and follow-ups automated that you can go back to them with anything promotional. Now, within live chat, within the ManyChat system, you have 7 days to do that. If it's a one-to-one message that you're typing to somebody, you've got 7 days. However, if you, from your Facebook platform or from the Pages Manager app, just message somebody, that's unlimited. So the rules and regulations apply to apps, and ManyChat is an app that's external to Facebook. So if you want to send individual messages, just type them to somebody, do it through something like the Pages Manager app, because that's not limited at all. Okay. So just going through some of the questions. I've already got ManyChat linked to my page and built a funnel on automation. Can I run another beside it? From my other business. I have 2 businesses. It depends what you want to do. Do you mean you want to do something completely separate? So you can add, if it's on a different page, you would add the other page to your ManyChat account. You have one ManyChat account. So if you'll see that I only have one ManyChat account, but when I look at how many pages I've got linked to that account, just look at this. So I have one ManyChat account. I have this many pages. The list keeps going. Yeah, so you can have as many pages as you like, or you can have different flows. Not everybody needs to go down the same route, and that's the key thing with Messenger, is that this marketing is people going down their own individual journey. So if somebody connects with you with regards to products, then you can send them down a flow of messages which is to do with product. If they connect with you with regards to the opportunity, you can go down a flow of messages which are to do with opportunity. So they're going down their own personal marketing journey. Why do I have so many pages? Well, I'm a messenger marketer, so these are all clients' pages. Yeah, they're all Facebook pages. Yeah. basic setup instructions for your Facebook business account. Yeah, so right at the beginning of this, Daniela, there was how to go and set up your page. So literally you will just go to, from your own Facebook profile, it will either down the left-hand side, it will say pages with an orange flag, and you can create a new page. Or if you're on the newer version, there's a plus next to your name on the top right-hand side, and then it's got pages there, and it will invite you to create a page. So, yeah, and if not, there are that many tutorials about how to just create a Facebook page. It's literally, I can set a page up in 2-3 minutes. Really simple stuff. But when you go through, Daniela, just check out the beginning where I talk about going into settings and making sure that the settings are changed on that. Can you connect it to Instagram? So yes, you can connect it to Instagram. So when I run ads, the ads which are messenger ads also run on Instagram. Bots currently do not work on Instagram. But as you can see, when I showed that presentation at the beginning, Instagram's about to be connected to Facebook Messenger. And what we fully expect is that we'll be able to run bots on Instagram and WhatsApp in the very near future. So bots and automation is going to run across the whole of the Facebook family. So Nav is saying, how would we give them a lead magnet through this as we are qualifying them as a potential business associate? Right, so that's perhaps something, I think not tomorrow, but the day after, we're going to do a prospecting flow. So perhaps, Nav, if you want to fire over some ideas of what that would look like, I will build that out live for people. So it could be from lead magnet to some pre-qualifying questions through to connecting with you off Messenger. How did you get the new version of Facebook? I don't know, they just said, do you want the new version? And I said yes. And then you kind of regret it for a couple of weeks because you missed the old one. Yeah, Facebook owns Instagram, Facebook owns WhatsApp. What do you recommend to put on the business page besides what's required? Again, Facebook business pages, you will get very, very little organic traffic to a Facebook business page because it's a business page and Facebook is a business. Facebook wants you to pay to put traffic in front of your business. So by all means, there are marketers especially, a lot of it is on personal profiles, and that's totally normal. But you'll need a business page to actually send people to as part of your funnel. And again, you're a business professional. You can't do just stuff off your personal page forever. But it could be your name. It could be a personal brand. I know a lot of newer marketing businesses, they don't want you to use the company name or product pictures, that sort of thing. So to do it as a personal brand, yeah, absolutely perfect. Go and get that set up. Will you be covering how to clear flows that you don't use anymore? Yeah, I can totally show you how to do that. Deleting everything and clearing the rubbish out. Do we have any more questions? I'm just trying to scroll through, see if there's anything I missed, seeing as I'm concentrating on several different things. So remember, tomorrow, it's not going to be a million different things. It's going to be very, very specific. We're going to start building a flow out. So it's going to be very, very specific, not 100 different things, and actionable. So I want to learn SMS to let people know when I go live on Facebook on Wednesday, so they join. Yeah, Lynn, are you US based or somewhere where text messaging is generally pretty cheap? If so, definitely, definitely. So you can just send a different click link to different flows on automation. That's exactly it, Joe. Yeah, not everybody comes to the same place. This is going to blow your mind what you can do with this. Yeah, I appreciate there's a lot of information to take in on this first one. Don't be afraid of it. Get ManyChat set up. Go and click every single button on it. do we have any more questions? We're about at the hour where we wanted to finish it off for today. I remember tomorrow we're going to start doing products. So if I start a thread on here, just with regards to products, if you want to put in there, and I don't mean put links to your products, yeah, let's not go down that road. But if there are things that you, when you want to share products, are there questions that you need to ask people? What would you want to see in a product-related flow? Do not share links to your products, but what would you like to see in there? And then tomorrow we can build this out. Something that would work generically for everybody, yeah? This is about you. What do you want to see in it? Right, so what if I want to send out information on a sale? Can't just send it out. That is a really, so I want you to remember that question. And when I put, what do you want to see in a product flow? Can you put that question in there? Because that's such a cool one that we can start using one-time notifications for, just so that we're building that in right from the start. Because the amount of times I've seen people go, oh no, chatbots are amazing. I've got 1,000 people on my list. How do I get in touch with them? And if that's your question, it's too late because your 24 hours has gone. But we're going to show you, I'm going to show you tomorrow how to not fall into that trap. Thank you, John and Baby Page. Yeah, we'll use Baby Page a lot this week, I think. Best way to sign up. My website doesn't have a join button anywhere. Sorry, join up to what? And how do I link a group to a business page? That is in page settings. Offhand, I can't remember exactly where, but it is in page settings. And I'm just going to try and find on the home page for the group. I think it is in community on your page, I think. And it will invite you to link a group to it. Again, some people advise against doing that. It might, it depends how many people you want to put into your group. If it's getting a load of organic reach to your group, then I suggest you don't do that. But if you're adding people, then yeah, you can do. Yeah, solutions to pain problems, keywords used. Again, if there's something generically we can put into this flow, let me know. You guys are the expert on your business. So, so let me know. Yeah, rewind, start all over again. There will be more Q&As tomorrow, so I'm not going to spend the rest of the night answering loads of questions on this. Go in and play around with it, and then we'll do another Q&A tomorrow. You can ask all the questions you want. This is your week, but go and try and find out for yourself. Investigate all of this. Click all the buttons, have your page set up, and you'll be good to go. If you've already missed the 24-hour rule and 7-day with subscribers, Christian, how many people are we talking about? Just waiting for Christian to answer. If we're talking about 15, 20 people, just message them directly through your page inbox. Not ManyChat, through your page inbox. There are no restrictions whatsoever on that. You could message someone 3 years later. Darla, if I'm saying that correctly, I hope I am. Can you do it? Do I think? Yes, absolutely you can do it. It gets simpler tomorrow. Ton of information today. It gets simpler. Absolutely you can do it. Yeah, Keith is a network marketer and a bot builder. He's in one of my other communities. He's done it. He's actually a really good builder. So 50 people. Christian, I would suggest you kind of pick 15 a day or 20 a day and then message them. Try not to just copy and paste the same thing over and over and over again. Keep it a little bit different. Facebook like one-to-one marketing, not one-to-many. So same message over and over and over again. They start thinking spam. But yeah, through your Facebook page itself, not through ManyChat, live chat. So go to your Facebook page, look at your inbox, message people through that, and then you've re-engaged that 24-hour. Anyone that responds, 24-hour rule is back in play. Any other questions? I'm just waiting for it to catch up on the replay. Do some companies disapprove doing this? Some companies would disapprove with regards to sharing company name, sharing product images. So check with your own compliance. Generally, companies are all over this. They absolutely love it. But stick with your own company rules. So I know a lot. You know, if you're going to be doing ads, or if you've got a business page and it's, you know, the brand, the company brand all over it and the product images all over it, they're a bit funny about that. So just check with your own compliance. But basically, you're a business. Within their business, you should be using business pages to share the benefits of your product or your service. Okay, I think we're about there. So I'm going to put a question on straight after this. What would you like to see in a product flow? Do not share your products. Whoever it was, I said we were going to use their products as a demo. Just drop me a message with links and maybe some images we can use, and we'll use those tomorrow, but you'll be able to use whatever links you like. Okay, that's it for day one. And unless Vincenzo's actually still, he's probably asleep, Vincenzo, I reckon. No, he's still there. He's not asleep.
No, asleep. Amazing, mate. Loved it. Loved it as always.
So yeah, that's it. Unless Vincenzo, you've got anything to add, we're going to recommence tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, I think tomorrow we go deeper into everything, so it would be clearer for everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone. Glad you could all be here. So get in there, homework, remember, Facebook page, settings, get ManyChat set up, press all the buttons, go and see what it does. Tomorrow we start building.
Nice.
Catch you tomorrow, guys.